I had a dream about witches the other night. I had a dream there were witches in Black Ops 2, and I got really scared. I woke up and I saw my Hawaiian shirt sitting on the chair, and I looked at it, and I thought it was a witch, and I screamed. So I don't think I'm gonna be playing Black Ops 2 anymore.
Are you just constantly screaming?
So there's a little bit of controversy earlier in the week, right? On Monday, you guys talked about this on the show.
No.
Oh yeah, we got some people
in the
mad.
video game industry,
We stay away from that,
impossible.
Yep.
especially involving the genders.
Sure.
So a Borderlands 2 developer talked to Eurogamer and basically let slip that there was a skill tree for the Mechromancer class that he referred to as the girlfriend mode, or the girlfriend tree, because it essentially made the game a little bit easier to play, right? There's a skill where, like, if your bullet missed, it had a chance to ricochet and hit the enemy, right? So of course this started a whole kind of shitstorm. Destructoid wrote about it, is Gearbox full of misogynists? How offensive is this?
What's funny is I didn't see any editorial comment on the actual skill tree itself, only on what one developer accidentally called it.
Well, that became the story, right?
Yeah, which is stupid because it was obviously a slip of the tongue. If you knew
Number
it had
one,
such a big backlash, you wouldn't have said it.
Whenever things like this happen, we all report on them because it's it's a business. Journalism is a business, and it's the thing that sells, and that works with the regular journalism too. Works with games too. Of course, we're focusing on the backlash and the fuss and the controversy, but it's really
Sure.
I think it's kind of neat what Gearbox is doing. Whatever they called it, I don't really think that's the issue here. I mean, it's the thing behind it. What they're doing is they're making a mode for the game that makes it more inclusive for people.
It's a neat idea,
Whether they're girlfriends or like really drunk roommates
or boyfriends,
little brothers or boyfriends or like helper monkeys. Like maybe this is for people who want to play Borderlands 2 with their helper monkey. And it's a mode for the game that it's not just a difficulty setting, it's like a way to make it feel like you're playing the game pretty much normally. It just kind of rewards you better for playing it?
Yeah, and I mean, if it was officially called the girlfriend tree, then that would obviously be like, Gearbox, what the fuck are you thinking?
Gearbox.
That is highly offensive.
Gearbox, let us into your backyard. We would like to harvest the fruit from your girlfriend tree.
Yes,
we'd have
would.
all of your girlfriends.
But it was clearly something that this guy screwed up, and maybe he has some issues of his own. But you're right, it is a cool idea.
It's not even the first time I've heard it either. I've heard it referred to like Super Mario Galaxy. And one person could have the Wiimote and wave that around to collect the stars, and the other person's actually doing the platforming stuff.
It's like a helper role, basically.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna hear this term thrown around a lot more with the Wii U because we played the new Super Mario Brothers. The person with the U-Draw tablet is moving blocks around and tapping on stuff, and they're not doing hardcore platforming. It's what is it? Asymmetrical? Is that what it is? Asymmetrical gameplay.
I haven't seen the whole skill tree myself. I know of one skill that's in it, so I can't speak to the whole thing, but it seems kind of unnecessary.
Really?
Yeah, they already have things in the game that are meant to make it easier. They have different difficulty modes, they have aim assist in the menu. Why do you need something that artificially inflates your progress? Because it's not actually making you better at the game, it's just making you think that you're better.
Well, I disagree.
That's what makes the game easier. It's rewarding you more for doing less. It's changing the scale on which...
We don't need to be coddled,
No, we don't. We're the serious gamers. There are lots of people out there. The reason that people play Farmville is because you click on something 3 times in 2 seconds and 15 little things pop up and you have to click on more. It's
reward.
The
reward
dopamine
mechanism.
and the endorphins in your brain. It's like, opening a box in Zelda. It's the reason people pick up coins in Mario. It's like this little thing in your brain is like, oh, I'm being rewarded for this. And in a game like Borderlands, which you can play it on hardcore, You can play it with your guns and shoot stuff and be really badass and level up your character and focus on that. Or maybe you just want to play it and shoot some stuff and make it feel like you're actually good at shooting some stuff.
Yeah, and I think that it does although, the skill itself obviously doesn't make you a better player, I think that it makes you want to keep playing more. And of course, as you keep playing more, you are ultimately going to become a better shooter. I don't think...
Exactly. Why do you need a girlfriend mode to help you do that? Why can't you just play the first few hours of the game on easy and then acclimate like everyone else?
Because you might rage quit. Granted, we don't interact with these people because we choose not to.
We don't know how to talk to girls.
There are a lot of people who are not into video games, and I think that it would be great if there were more people who would get into this. And this is a creative idea, aside from just another difficulty mode, to try and make it a Twitch shooter like Borderlands a little more accessible.
The problem is that it's a skill tree on a DLC character, so somebody will already have to have beaten the
Right.
game, which is, I assume, why they call it girlfriend mode.
They wouldn't have to have beaten the game. They would have to already wait 2 months afterwards.
Well, yeah, but
These-
nobody's gonna buy the game if they don't know how to play first-person shooters just for that DLC character, you know?
No.
Like it's obviously meant for people who have already played the game and are trying to introduce it to something else.
Right.
My question is, does every game need this? Like why Borderlands 2?
I think that there are other games that could use from this kind of perspective of, hey, like, we have a lot of people who love our game, a lot of people who love our game playing on Nightmare or Hardcore mode. Let's try experimenting with some creative ideas to try and open it up and make people want to get better at our game.
I mean, I see why they're doing it, and they're really trying to like broaden the scope of Borderlands 2. That's already obvious. So I definitely think that it will be effective in helping bring new people in, but at the same time, like, I don't know. I don't envision Borderlands 2 as like a gateway game, really. Like, it's got humor and stuff, but like, it's a challenging game, you know? It's not like an easy peasy shooter.
No, but this could make it easier.
Yeah, but do you really think that skill
Why are
tree-
you such a sexist? Why are you trying to hate women so much,
Do you
Tara?
really think that skill tree is gonna make it like super easy to learn how to play first-person shooters?
I think it'll make it more
Without-
fun.
Yeah, I mean,
Whether
without
something's
knowing what the
easier,
other...
when something's easier and something's fun, it's like it's a little bit of more of a reward, a little bit of kickback for.
I definitely think there's games where it's appropriate and games where it's not.
Yeah.
For instance, Dark Souls, like
I wish that had a girlfriend mode. I would play the shit out of that.
I know. I wish it had a human mode
Dark
and not a
Souls.
cyborg mode. For
Why are you
people.
guys terrible at video games?
Dark Souls, Prepare to Be Friends edition.
Dark Souls is not that hard.
Light Souls.
It is not that hard. I actually think, I disagree with you there, because I think that it's much more appropriate for a game like Borderlands. Like, even if you got better at killing things in Dark Souls, my girlfriend is not gonna give a shit about Dark Souls. But if she hears some of the voice acting and sees like some of the writing that is in Borderlands, like that is
It's
something...
funny. It's
Exactly.
a game that is trying really hard to be fun and entertaining. They're not like, you look at it, it's like they've got lots of lady. I mean, the Mechromancer is a female character. You've got the Siren in there. You've got like mix and match a bunch of people. It's not just like are there women in Call of Duty in any of them?
Like female characters?
Yeah. I mean, I'm honestly asking because I'm trying to remember if I've ever, because I don't think there are.
Well, there was you when you played that one time.
That was me. I was
I was
definitely
a
a young
shrieking
lady.
banshee.
Yeah.
I was not a girl, but not yet a woman when I played. Anyway, Borderlands 2, it looks like it's colorful, it's fun, it's got some humor to it.
Yeah.
It also has badass robots and monsters and shit, and you're still shooting stuff in the face with guns.
Yeah.
But it looks like a cartoon, and it's got a cute little dancing robot. Claptrap comes out, and he's like, "Oh, hello," and then that's cool. That's great. It looks like they're really making it accessible to people, and.
At the same time, though, it's still a 60-hour game.
Yeah, of course. I mean, like, getting someone into it and playing it doesn't mean they're going to finish it. And I mean, ultimately, when it comes down to it, we don't know what other skills are in the skill tree.
I'm excited to see it, actually.
I'm very excited to
I
see
feel like
it.
there could be the potential for really cool stuff.
There could be, and I'm sure there are.
Really?
And
You're going out on a limb and saying that maybe
so,
Borderlands
Tara,
2 might be
let's
good.
take a step back. You think that there could be cool things in Borderlands 2?
No, not Borderlands 2.
You're telling us
in the skill tree.
You're telling us that
I
this
don't know.
dark
I'm
horse
gonna-
for the holiday season of 2012 might actually pull through and make
That's-
some people happy.
I think Tara's got a point. I think that they might try and go the super lame route with the Mechromancer and just make it a character that no one ever wants to
You know what?
play.
I love it when we see the skill tree and the rest of it is like, get in the kitchen, make me a sandwich.
Okay,
You
so-
shouldn't be here. It's just the most misogynist
turns
shit
out-
ever. And we're all like, why did we back this up?
If it turns out that is the rest of the skill tree, holy shit, man.
Yeah.
We will feel, boy, will our faces be red about just missing this girlfriend.
One of the
comment.
perks is just like, you can't vote anymore.
You're everything that's wrong with gamers.
I am.